A lot of great comics coming up. Your first comic on the stage, please welcome the very funny Claude Ramey.
Thank you. So, porn. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I feel like we're all in the mood now. My favorite porn is doctor porn until it turns into porn. I like the idea of a cold, sterile medical procedure that just happens to be, like sexy. But they always get to the point where it's like, well, we have our own way of extracting a sample. I'm like, well, that's unethical and it needs to be reported. When you're writing speculative fiction, you have to commit to your world building. And that's my problem with doctor porn. So if anyone knows any sites that are up my alley, just let me know. I came across some tweets. I don't know the collective for tweets. I came across a bushel of tweets by a lady named Sandra, and it started off with, hey, so I'm a birthday clown, and I just got back from a party. Here's my take on male violence in America. Pause you right there, Sandra. I just want to say that's how you start a fucking story. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Call me Ishmael. Hi, I'm a birthday clown. Here's my take on male violence. I'll be honest, I have read one of those stories. So she goes through this story. I don't know why I have this in front of me. If things get rough, I have a weapon. But she goes into this story, a kid, she was painting faces for kids, and a kid wanted to have a blue butterfly painted on his face, and his mom pressured him into getting a skull and crossbones instead. And I sympathized with that story because I used to be that kid, and I know his strategy because I'm like, he made it blue. He made it's a butch butterfly. I remember all the tricks. Like, I want a butterfly, but blue. Like, could I get the Little Mermaid, but like holding a crossbow? Hello Kitty running over people in a van. Am I pointing? Am I doing it correctly? Because that's when you're a little boy. No, when you're a little boy, it's let your imagination run wild as long as it involves murder. One time there were these group of kids, and they said they wanted to play Army, and my immediate response was, cool, I'll be the butler. And in just little, 7-year-old Claude's head, like that, I mean, the Army has a fort, someone has to take care of it. America needs me. And they were a little too into me being the butler and staying there. And they're like, all right, we're gonna go off, we're gonna fight it back. Remember, you stay there. And I'm like, got it. Like, pretend I'm in a snappy suit, all right? And they went off and fought like a very long battle, and I was like, I'm making friends. So just let your kid get a butterfly on his face. It's, all God's critters got a place to fly. My cat has diabetes. Now, look, I don't have time for segues, all right? World War III is about to happen. Like, I need to just get to the hits. I like it when diabetics. I like it. I'm being supportive. I like it when diabetics specify type 1 diabetes without you asking for clarification, because what they're really doing is it's not the fat kind. It's a microaggression, and I see what you're doing. All right. My cat has the fat diabetes. My cat has type 2 diabetes, and I have to go to this special pet store to buy his special diabetic cat food. It used to be an adult video store. I will name names. They are called Rivers and Reefs. They're on South First Street. You should go. It is, for the longest time I was going there and I was like, how weird is it they always just got a shipment right before I'm shopping here? And then I realized, oh, they just have boxes of crap everywhere. That's just their thing. But I was buying the diabetic cat food one day, and the guy ringing me out tells me about how he had gotten robbed the night before. And he says, it's all right though, I have my street people looking into it. Yeah, well, see, if I had a hobo army, I would not be so loose-lipped about it. I'm already doing this wrong, Mr. Vigilante. But he was talking about like bribing these guys to look into it, and he looks me in the eye and says, a ham sandwich will get you a long way in this town. Like it's 1920s Chicago. Like there's not a dog yoga studio across the street. Like, yeah, in this town, sure. But he tells me, he says, I know there's video of the robbery from the security camera across the street, but the cops won't let me see it because, and this is a verbatim quote, I have a history of taking justice into my own hands. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to buy diabetic cat food. Like, it was literally a 10-minute conversation. He could have just rung me out. But then I realized I buy my diabetic cat food from non-privileged Batman. So I fucking love this pet store now. Thank you. I've been Claude Ramey. Give it up for your host, John Rabon.